Hello, hello, hello. This is Jamar Johnson, and you are tuning into 365 Reading with the American Literacy Corporation, where we started on October the 1st, 2020, and we will convene on September the 30th, 2021. And we are so glad on behalf of Mr. Floyd Stokes and the American Literacy Corporation. We thank you for tuning in today. If you are wanting to participate and be a part of this great, awesome event where we read each and every day at 11 a.m. to young people, you can go to www.superreader.org to sign up. And there you will be able to pick your day or where you want to read. If you want to meet multiple days, you can do that as well. But we're so excited because we have two awesome readers that are joining us on today. And I'm going to introduce them just in a few moments. But again, if you would like to share this on your social media pages, like our Facebook page, the American Literacy Corporation Facebook page. And please, we want you to join us each and every day. So gather your young people around the devices and listen in to the stories that will be told on today. And I'm sure you're definitely going to enjoy them. At this time, the first person I'm going to bring on is Miss Leigh-Ann Reizel, and she's going to come at this time, and I'm going to introduce her, and she's going to come on the camera. While she's coming on, I'm just going to give you a little brief introduction, and I hope I did not mispronounce your name. Is it Ritza or Risa?
Right? So it was
Leigh-Ann.
perfect.
Ritza. Okay, so it was good. Okay. So Leigh-Ann, she actually works in the marketing department for UPMC Pinnacle, and she is a senior events planner. She is a personal friend of Mr. Floyd Stokes, and she's also a supporter of the American Literacy Corporation. And she lives in Camp Hill, Pennsylvania. And we all know that UPMC is definitely a great supporter of the American Literacy Corporation. So we appreciate that. And she is going to come. She's coming back because right now she is going to be the one that is going to read today. So I'm going to invite her to come on at this time, and she is going to read. So it is all yours, Leigh-Ann.
Thank you very much for that nice introduction. Are we all set?
You're welcome. It's all yours.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to read a book today called The Kissing Hand, one of my favorite books. And it's to Stephanie Rebecca Corin and children everywhere who love to be loved. Chester Raccoon stood at the edge of the forest and cried. I don't want to go to school, he told his mother. I want to stay home with you. I want to play with my friends and play with my toys and read my books and swing on my swing. Please, may I stay home with you? Mrs. Raccoon took Chester by the hand and nuzzled him on the ear. Sometimes we all have to do things we don't want to do, she told him gently, even if they seem strange and scary at first. But you will love school once you start. You'll make new friends and play with new toys, read new books and swing on new swings. Besides, she added, I know a wonderful secret that will make your nights at school seem as warm and cozy as your days at home. Chester wiped away his tears and looked interested. A secret? What kind of secret? A very old secret, said Mrs. Raccoon. I learned it from my mother, and she learned it from hers. It's called the kissing hand. The kissing hand? Asked Chester. What's that? I'll show you. Mrs. Raccoon took Chester's left hand and spread open his tiny fingers into a fan. Leaning forward, she kissed Chester right in the middle of his palm. Chester felt his mother's kiss rush from his hand, up his arm, and into his heart. Even his silky black mask tingled with a special warmth. Mrs. Raccoon smiled. Now, she told Chester, whenever you feel lonely and need a little loving from home, just press your hand to your cheek and think, Mommy loves you, Mommy loves you. And that very kiss will jump to your face and fill you with toasty, warm thoughts. She took Chester's hand and carefully wrapped his fingers around the kiss. Now, do be careful not to lose it, she teased him. But don't worry, when you open your hand and wash your food, I promise the kiss will stick. Chester loved his kissing hand. Now he knew his mother's love would go with him wherever he went, even to school. That night, Chester stood in front of his school and looked thoughtful. Suddenly, he turned to his mother and grinned. Give me your hand, he told her. Chester took his mother's hand in his own and unfolded her large, familiar fingers into a fan. Next, he leaned forward and kissed the center of her hand. Now you have a kissing hand too, he told her. And with a gentle goodbye and an I love you, Chester turned and danced away. Mrs. Raccoon watched Chester scamper across a tree limb and enter school. And as the hoot owl rang in the new school year, she pressed her left hand to her cheek and smiled. The warmth of Chester's kiss filled her heart with special words. Chester loves you, it sang. Chester loves you. I love you. The end.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I love that. And can you put up just the book again? I just want to get so we know the name and mention the name of that book again. Because I heard it, but I just wanted to make sure I had the correct title.
The Kissing Hand.
The Kissing Hand. I love that.
It's
And
by
we're going to come
Audrey
back to
Penn.
you, Leigh-Ann.
It's by
Awesome. Thank
Audrey
you.
Penn.
We're going to come back to, okay, thank you. We're going to come back to you, but I appreciate you for sharing that book. And I have some questions, and we're going to talk more about that in a moment. But at this time, I'm going to bring on Miss Karen Love. Miss Karen Love. And she is a retired teacher that taught in the Harrisburg School District as well as the Susquehanna School District. She is the chairman of the board of St. Stephen's Episcopal Schools in Harrisburg. She's always loved reading books and always has been a part of the African American reading. And she's also good friends with Floyd as well. And she lives right here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I'm going to bring her on at this time. We're so honored. She is not a stranger. She has done 365 reading before. So she's going to come on at this time. And it is all yours, Miss Karen. You can also go ahead and tell us what book you're reading and share that book with us.
Thank you so much. The book I'm going to be sharing today is called If Kids Ran the World by Leo and Diane Dillon. If kids ran the world, we would make it a kinder, better place. Maybe we'd run the world in a big tree house and everybody would be welcome. We'd take care of the most important thing. Everyone would have a safe place to live. Bad housing would be fixed, and new housing wouldn't ruin the land or the sea. No matter how sick people were, they would have the medicine they needed. If you were lonely in a hospital, kids would come visit you and let you play with pets. Somebody friendly would help you with a big smile. Everyone would laugh a lot more. Kids would have more picnics and games and funny books and movies. People would spend more time playing and less time worrying. No bullying would be allowed. You could climb trees or dress up and dance and sing just for fun. Kids could act very silly. All children would go to good schools where every teacher was nice and had lots of books and music and art. Classes would be exciting and fun. School would serve yummy meals and have great sports and big playgrounds. Kids would love school. People could wear any kind of clothes and no one would tease them. Children would all live with people who loved them. More forests would be planted and protected. All the beaches, pools, and parks would belong to everyone. There would be no clubs or places that kept some people out. Friendship, kindness, and generosity would be worth more than money. People would take care of the planet and animals and plants. Nobody would throw trash on the ground or in the ocean or make the air dirty. People would have religious freedom and nobody would punish them or call them names. Everyone would learn the happiness of being thankful. Even if they were busy, people would remember to stop to see the beauty of a sunset or a rainbow. All over the world, people would feel safe with one another. People would live together in peace. No more hate. Everybody would learn how to forgive. If kids ran the world, would these things be possible? Yes, we think so. Because kids know that everyone can learn to share. Kids know how to do their very best. And kids know that the most important thing in the world isn't money or being king or queen or pushing other people around. It's love, giving it, sharing it, showing it. And that's why if kids ran the world, we'd make it a wonderful place for everyone to live. Grown-ups too. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Miss Karen, for sharing that book. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a great read. I'm going to bring Leigh-Ann back on camera as well, and we're going to talk a little bit about the books that you chose. So I'm going to start with Leigh-Ann. I love the book, The Kissing Hand. I thought it was a great read, and I think it was showing that one thing I liked is that Miss Raccoon, how she was a teacher and she was a great teacher, and the fact of how she showed him love and how he basically reciprocated it back right to her. And I thought that was just a great act of in showing that love to, just back to her. And the fact that one thing that we can do is show love to each other. I think especially in this world today, we all need a little bit of love, and I think we can share that. And it just showed that it's okay. My pastor, he will always say it's just nice to be nice, and I think that people don't have to be nice, but it's good that when you see people being nice to you. So I appreciate the fact that you chose that book. What made you choose that book, and what was kind of your favorite part of the book?
The book has been a favorite of mine. I have two children who are now 21 and 22 years old, and we got the book.
Wait, let me stop you. You don't look past 21.
Thank
Very
you.
good.
We got the book shortly before my daughter went to kindergarten. So she's my youngest. And what we did before she got on the bus, we took a Sharpie marker and we put hearts on her hands. So that way, when she went to school, wow, she would see the heart on her hand. And I also had a heart on my hand. And so it's just been a book that we've loved forever. And when she went to college, we actually did it again. And if you can see this is our hands where before we left, before I got in the car.
I love that.
She let me do that with her one last time.
Wow. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I love the fact that you did that. And I love the fact that the connection from kindergarten to college. Who knows? When she gets married, maybe you'll do it again.
I will give the book to her.
Well, thank you, Leigh-Ann, for sharing that book. I thought it was a great read. If you can put the book up again so parents and educators can see it, if they want to put it in their library, this is The Kissing Hand. This is The Kissing Hand by Audrey Penn. And please, parents, pick the book up. You can probably get it online, I'm sure. But it'd be great for a read for your library to read at bedtime or just on story time. So please pick up this book. And we thank you, Leigh-Ann, for sharing that book on today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, Miss Karen, you're welcome. Miss Karen, going to you, I know that you chose a book, If Kids Ran the World. If Kids Ran the World. And I'm gonna tell you the things I loved. I love the fact that the kids were very helpful, but they were fun as well. I thought they were fun as well. I love that all the children will go to good schools and they will focus on the arts and things in schools. I'm really one to love arts because I'm a singer and I'm a musician as well. So I think the arts are very important in being back in schools. And the fact that we they wanted to live in a respectable world. And I thought that we need that today. And the things that kids can teach us, you'd be so amazed at the things that they say, but it's like, wow, like if we can just have that compassion and that humility of a child, I think that the world can be a little bit better. But what made you choose that particular book? And what was one thing that stuck out that you really liked about the book?
So I love this book because I have experienced the joy of seeing children learn and then show compassion and support for each other and for our world. And I had a little cousin who gave up his birthday money so he could feed other people. And so I knew that this was a book I had to get him for Christmas because it was all, it just embodied who I feel he is and who so many children are. But one of the quotes on the back of the book says, "If peace begins with a smile, then children are our greatest hope for the future." And when you think about that, our children are going to be the ones that carry us through whatever comes. And so the more we can plant good seeds in them and then see them grow to be the wonderful people they can be, the better our world is going to be. And so I felt that this book offered that optimism, that hope, and that we really need at this time of the year through what we've been going through. So.
Yes, thank you so much, Miss Karen. I think that I like the fact that you said about planting the seeds, and I think that's important. And it kind of ties in with what Leigh-Ann was saying about even with her daughter. She taught that seed of, you know, planting that heart, and the fact that she carried that all the way to college and still carries that. I thought it was a good tie-in with both of the books. So I love the fact of that book, and I thank you for sharing that book on today. And hopefully both of you ladies come back and read to us again with 365. As you know, we have plenty of days open, so you are welcome to join us. So again, thank you so much for Karen and Leigh-Ann for joining us on today. We appreciate you. And we thank you for listening into 365 Read, those that are listening and watching. And we hope that you join us on tomorrow, same time, same place. We'll have some more readers that are going to read some wonderful books. And please share this on your Facebook Lives. Parents, replay this at bedtime or during story time. These are two phenomenal books and two great ladies that shared them on today. And we appreciate them on behalf of Floyd and the American Literacy Corporation. Thank you, Leigh-Ann, and thank you, Karen, for joining and sharing your books. And again, viewers, we on tomorrow, and we thank you for listening and watching on today for 365 Reading. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye.